Zo, goedenamiddag. Mijn naam is Yves Bastiaens. Ik ben verantwoordelijk voor de toplijn voor de sales van Telerex Belgium. U bent welkom en van harte welkom allemaal, zowel uit België als uit Nederland, op de tweede Telerex Tech Talk. Wij hebben een maandelijkse technische innovatieve webinar die we met onszelf ofwel met een leverancier doen. Deze maand is het zijn de heren van Kontron die ons een verhaal gaan vertellen en ons gaan uitleggen, systeem on modules, open standaard module, hoe dat juist werkt. Ik heb dus de eer om vanmiddag u Martin Schiller voor te stellen. Hij is verantwoordelijk sales manager voor Kontron binnen Europa. En hij gaat een verhaal doen, zoals ik daarnet heb verteld, over system on modules of open standaard modules, hoe die te gebruiken, wat de voordelen zijn en wat u daar als klant aan kan hebben. Martin, it's up to you now.
Okay, I'm up to. Thank you very much for the great introduction. I'm always happy to understand at least some Dutch words. Unfortunately, I only can speak German or English, and to make it easier for everybody, I will do the presentation today in German, or in English, sorry. Can you see already my screen or the slides? So you should see my introduction slide, OSM just beyond small. Yes, perfect. So you can see the content. Great. Okay, let's start. Some of you may know Kontron. For some of you, Kontron is always changing. Just a few words about us. We are a European company, a German-based company with the headquarters in Austria, but we are listed in the German Tech DAX. And we are a global company, and after our acquisition of Kartech, we are now also a very, very strong partner with a total revenue this year of 1.9 billion euros, and in total we are 8,000 employees all over the world. So we are one of the major players in the embedded industry. And if you see what we are doing everything from, let's say, system level, from small boxes up to high integrated rack mounted HMI systems, and some of them or many of these systems are based on standards. And at Kontron we love standards, and also customers love standards. And the best example for a working standard is the personal computer. Without standards, I'm pretty sure my old Commodore 64 would be still the #1 tool for everybody, because it had great graphics performance. It was relatively cheap compared to x86 computers, but the standards made a difference, and therefore x86 and ATX became the standard in our industry. And it's the same for our SOM and COMS. We at Kontron drive these standards. In the past it was ETX, then it was COM Express. We had now this very successful SMART standard, and there are smaller and bigger things. There are smaller and bigger standards now available. The latest one is COM HPC, which is perfect for high integrated server and client applications where you need many PCI Express lanes and a lot of interface. And the other one is OSM. OSM is a very, very small and tiny, but it's a robust, and luckily it's also a cheap standard. Let's have a short look for you, and maybe you already know about this and you feel a little bit bored, but what is a SOM or a COM? SOM is system on module, COM is computer on module. At Kontron, the only differentiation is a SOM is soldered directly to the carrier board, and the COM has something like a plug connector. And if you look at our SOMs, you see they're very small and they just have the base function. And on the right-hand side, you see a picture of a SOM, and you see there is just a CPU, RAM, flash, and the power management. So everything which needs to run the computer at a very, very small size, and also very cost efficient. Of course, such a SOM or a COM needs a baseboard, but for all of you, it should be easy to integrate, because you get from our side not just a piece of hardware, you also get a board support package, it's a driver package. Another benefit for you is we do over the whole life cycle, we do the PCN, product change notification management, we do the replacement of components, and sooner or later everything becomes obsolete. We also do help you during the end of life management, how to secure your demand for the next couple of years. What are we doing, or who is Kontron Electronics? Because Kontron at all is a group of 40 companies, and I work for a small one, Kontron Electronics Germany, KED. We are located in Frickenhausen, a small village in the Stuttgart region. We run our own PCB assembly in Hungary, and our roots were always hardware and software development for our customers. And at the time, we were doing many times the same things for our customers. We started with our SOMs, and later we became a founding member on the SCAD. Let's see about a few words how our standard products look like before we dive into this OSM topic. We have different SOMs, system on modules, mostly based on NXP CPUs. Some are the smaller form factor, 25 by 25 millimeters. This is something proprietary. It's our, let's say, KED standard, but it's no real official standard. And then you have those OSM modules, which are compliant to the OSM standards. We have the SOMs. Based on these SOMs, we have the boards, and you see they all look very similar, but in detail they are different. So we always like the idea of having a family, having something which is similar to the next generation, to make your integration work easier, to make our integration work into DIN rail and HMI systems easier. So we always do things that are very, very similar, and that's the reason why we are so happy with the OSM form factor. Beside our own SOMs, we also use SOMs or compute modules from the Raspberry Pi Foundation. We are Raspberry Pi certified design partners, and we use the CM3 Plus and the CM4. Here we also do a base board. This is our value to the product, and we also do the integration into the housing to create an automation line, but also with a display. So now let's jump into OSM and what's the benefit of using OSM. I'm responsible for all our partners, let's say European-wide, and all our Kontron colleagues worldwide if we talk about SOMs and OSM. And we all see some very, very similar challenges at our customers. We have a lack of engineers. Customers are always afraid of being too late on the market. Space is an issue because everything gets more powerful. On the other hand, everything must be smaller. Security is a very, very important topic, which is driven by the European Union. So the security we are facing in Europe is mostly a European topic. It's not a global topic, it's a European topic. Price and allocation, we all know the situation over the last 2 years. It was challenging and it is still challenging. And of course, everybody wants to have the best quality at a reasonable price. So we see some question marks here, and let's see. Let's see how typical questions are from a customer. And if you see these questions here, or if you ask them and you get some negative answers or some unsure answers, believe me, they will be very, very happy. Yeah? And especially if we talk about complexity and design risk, if we talk about NIS2 and the Cyber Resilience Act, here are the questions where we really see a pain at our customers and where they have more question marks in their mind than I could draw here in my presentation. And also shortage looks like will be a major issue in the second half of next year. So what is OSM? What does it stand for? And what does it help? It's Open Standard Module. It's a standard defined by the SCAD. It's a group for embedded technologies, where are the main competitors or the main companies from our industries are connected. So beside Kontron, there are many of the Asian ones, about the American ones. So almost everybody is part of the SCAP, and we drive and design standards. And OSM is quite a unique standard because all other standards, they just need a plug connector, and OSM is soldered. And soldered has one huge advantage: you can do everything automatically, especially if you produce high quality and high volume products. Every manual interaction during your production process makes everything slower. It means more. So OSM is soldered and automatic. It has 4 sizes. Yeah, Kontron, we just focus on the size S today, 30 by 30 millimeters, which already offers 332 contacts. So there's a lot of interfaces available on this small project and this small form factor, and it's a rugged form factor and a low cost factor. And very, very important for this, as you hear from the name, open standard module, and we are supporting open Yocto project software or board support packages. This is really a key. And the cool thing with OSM is you can create one carrier board for the size L for 45 by 45 millimeters, and you can solder all other form factors to this carrier board. Everything or the connected interfaces will always work. So there's one standard OSM out pin out edition, which is valid for all the form factors. How does this help our engineers? We are fast because we are ready to use. With our development kits, we offer a board, even with a display, for fast evaluation of hardware and software. And if you decide to go with OSM, with our OSM, you can start creating your hardware product, and in parallel, your software colleagues can work on creating their software part on the evaluation platform. So it helps them time. We also have easy to modify or use products. So in case you find out during your evaluation, you don't need or want to do your own carrier board design, you can use our single board computers. You can use the DIN rail computers called Automation Line or our HMI. One other big help for our hardware engineers especially is at the beginning, you know how much space you need for OSM. And in our case, yeah, it's 30 by 30 millimeters. Here it is. Yeah. So there is no surprise. Yeah. In size, we can give you our schematics, so you can see how we are doing our baseboards. It means reduce complexity and design risk for you. And our OSMs are 10 to 12 layer PCBs. And this is the translation to the standard interfaces on the bottom side. Standard interfaces on the bottom side. And you can use all the, let's say, slower and easier to integrate standard interfaces on your carrier board. And the standard interface leads to a simpler or more simple and cheaper baseboard. And what I already mentioned, we support free open source Yocto BSP. This helps you in the bring up. This helps you from documentation side. This helps you from licensing, but especially it helps you when changing from one kernel version to the other version, because everything is already tested by the Yocto community. Daily problems we see with space here. We all know electronics is getting bigger, our cars are getting bigger, and this is a typical day-to-day problem here. But there are smart solutions available on the market. How you can solve it? Yeah, this is one smart solution. There is another smart solution how you can solve a space. At the end of the day, this is a real smart solution for many of your problems. There is a question. Let me see. Some customers, engineers, prefer build development. No, we don't offer today. We don't offer build. We just offer support packages. That's our way. No, there are some prefer build root, some prefer Debian, some others prefer vendor kernels. We focus on doing everything with Yocto mainline kernel. Just to give you an idea how smart our OSM solution with the IMX8M Plus is, yeah. In this very small 30 by 30 millimeter OSM module, it's a 12-layer PCB. Between these 12 layers, we have more than 2,000 wires. We have more than 1,700 pads for components. All over, we have 378 components. And internally, we have a total wire length of 8 meters. So you can imagine how often signals are going from one side to the other side. And you see we offer functionality at 240 of the 332 OSM pins. This means we almost support all interfaces here from the OSM standard. What else do we have, and why I call it always a family? We are the only one who focuses today on the size S 30 by 30 millimeters. We offer a complete range from single core to quad core, from AI supported solutions to power saving solutions, to versions with display or without display and with cameras. And we offer 2 times LAN and 2 times CAN at this very, very small size, and Linux is running at 1 watt. You see, it's different versions available and they're in a different product life cycle. Our bread and butter business today is either MX8M Mini. You can buy it today, we can ship today. For either MX8M Plus, for MX9 we have EFT, early field test samples, available from stock, and we will have development kits very, very soon available, and I'm pretty sure we can ship the first ones this year. Why is it family? Because you see there are kind of different but similar, just like a family, and you see the dark blue ones. Here you see the interfaces are identical. And identical interfaces means for you as a benefit, you can create your carrier board for the OSM standard, and in some applications you need a single core CPU, in some other applications you need a quad core CPU with AI coprocessor, and you still can remain with the same carrier board. So in performance, they are scalable. On power consumption, they are scalable. But of course, at the end of the day, there is also a difference in pricing. Otherwise, it would make no sense if the single core solution costs the same as the high performance quad core CPU. And what you see here in addition, on the left hand side, you see the typical OSM pinout. On the right hand side, this is something what we call a feature connector. And if you see it here at my module, here in the middle, you see there are additional pins. These pins are located in an OSM leaf, and these are our own feature pins. So it's not a standard, it's our own idea. Why are we doing this? Because we see at some CPUs, we see a big benefit of the supported signals from the CPU and the lack of interfaces from the standard like LVDS or HDMI or a second camera interface. It's not available from the standard, but we make it available at this additional feature connector. If you use it, you can use it. If you don't use it, you're fully compliant to the OSM standard. In the future, you see what we have, the sum line at the bottom, and you see our proprietary sums are available for 10 or maybe 11 years, depending on the module. And on OSM S size, the next product becoming end of life is very probably the either MX8M Mini in 10 years. Either the MX8M Plus is available until 2036 and 93, even longer available. And you see here already, we will do something with either MX91, but it's not 100% sure what we are doing. Either we go the easy way, we just replace the CPU 93 with the 91 and make the software running. This is the easy way, but it's not the cost-efficient way. So maybe we will do another redesign, but for sure we will have either the MX91, and I expect samples available by end of next year. This is very similar to NXP plans. They will have mass production available by end of next year. So if you have a project and if you have a need for IMX91, we like to understand where does this come from, can we help you, and how can we do it. On the top level, you see, we are considering, or we are investigating MX95. This will not work on the size M, unfortunately. This will not work on size S. So here we need something bigger, because it has now 2 or 3 power management ICs, and they are not working on the small size. So we are going into size M with IMX95. Also here, it's not, the schedule is not fully clear. We will start with a SMART module beginning of next year, and later on we will do a transition to the OSM module. But IMX95 is on our roadmap. It's planning, and if you have a project here, please let us know, and let's see how we can work together. So let's have a short look where we are right now and which questions or challenges are already solved, so we can help our engineers, we can be fast on the market, and we have a very small solution. How about security? And some of you may know these 2 guys here. And I love the Pirelli advertisement from the 90s. Yeah, and just, it's Ronaldo here, not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the football players ever. And on the right-hand side, there is Lewis, the best athlete in track and field in the 80s and 90s. Yeah? And Pirelli already knew many years ago, power is nothing without control. And I can tell you, hardware is nothing without control. And control is software. And the question is always, can you do the software alone? Are you able to software up to date for the next couple of years? We have an offer for you, we have a solution for you, and this solution we call Kontron OS. It's a secure operating system, and it supports secure boot, and it's mainly built with 2 different partitions. We have different possibilities to update each partition. There's an active one and a passive one. You can do the update locally, you can do over-the-air updates, you can do wireless update, whatever. And we provide security updates for our kernel BSP. We can also provide, if we are the design company or the production company for Kontron OS, we create not just updates for the kernel, we create updates for a complete application. And there are 2 redundant and Yocto partitions. We update the passive one, then we switch over from active to the passive one. And if everything is work, it stays like this. Yeah, and if something went wrong with the update, we do it again, vice versa. And we are supporting Yocto, so you can up your Yocto partitions alone. And this is something which is necessary, because with the new regulations from the European Union, with NIS2 and the Cyber Resilience Act, you are responsible to update your system always if there is a new security issue detected in the Linux kernel. You're responsible to do this, and you have to do this for the life cycle of the product. So in the past, it was okay to create a hardware box, to get the system running, the software running, and we all know this very old speech: never touch a running system. But since there are security issues after some time, we have to fix this. So it's not working anymore, never touching the system. So you must touch the system. And with Kontron OS, we have a good base for you, and a product where we can start the project together. Security is never out of the box working. Security is always something we need to define together. We talk about MAC address, we talk about keys, we talk about update procedures. So it's nothing you can install, yeah, like a virus scan on Windows, yeah, as it's written here, security from the start. So we have to work together at your very, very early point of your project. A new question comes up. Let's see. How about soldering OSMs? Is there any standard instruction? There are many ways of soldering OSM modules, and the OSM standard has no real standard in this way. So it's allowed to have modules BGA, it's have LGA like we have it there, just with the poor copper contacts. Some are doing pre-tinned. This technology is not new. Yeah, the technology of soldering such components, CPUs, RAMs, flash is done since 20 or 30 years, and usually EMS manufacturers are good with this technology. Anyhow, we are just doing now more and more tests to explain how we are doing, what's our best practice, yeah, and which solder paste we are using, which pin pattern we are using, to give ideas, yeah, which one works best for us, to give our customers and EMS partners a guideline, yeah, where to have to think about it. Each production line is somehow a little bit different, each soldering paste a little bit different, so there is no clear instruction. It's something you have to figure out during your production process. But once it works, yeah, it will always works. But at the end of the day, it's not a miracle. It's just soldering. It's like soldering memory or CPU. Okay, let's have again a short check where we are. We solved, or we have answers for many today's questions, including security. How about the next one, which are very important for our purchasing department and quality and control colleagues. The good thing with OSM, it's a standard product, and standard product means benefits for you. One big benefit is there's a lot of competition in the market. So it's nothing where you have incredibly high margin, yeah. It's very comparable from the bill of material, and everybody can calculate in their mind the hardware value of an OSM, or the purchasing price or production price. Yeah? So this is a price benefit for our customers. For us, the benefit is we are producing modules in high quantities, so we can buy high quantities of these modules of the components, and this gives you, at the end user, a benefit in price. And we just have always just have the must-haves there. So with any fancy interfaces, wireless applications, or for one customer, but everybody else has to pay for it. Yeah. But you have to keep in mind, as we discussed, OSM is more than just components. It gives you the complete product lifecycle management. We can offer you some hardware. We can offer you some design instructions. So we can give you more than just giving some components on a carrier PCB. We all have a really bad experience over the last couple of years with the material situation. The good thing is with ARM, there is a second source available from the same CPU. Yeah. So if you buy our OSM module, yeah, you can also buy one from, let's say, or whoever, yeah, who has the same pinout, the same CPU, and your software effort is very small. But you can also switch to another CPU vendor, and you just to update your Yocto, and everything is running. So this is the real benefit of having the OSM standard as an enabler or interpreter from CPU signals into standard signals. This helps. And if we talk back to our product, it's German quality. It's in Germany. The products are tested and programmed, so they're ready to use if you buy them programmed. There you can solder it on the carrier board, switch the power on, and everything is running. So it's ready to solder and run. It looks like we have answers for many questions with OSM, for our engineers, for our lifetime security, and also for our price quality issues. Another question comes up. If size is not a critical issue, you know what we are doing about this question. We are creating a translator from OSM signals to smart signals. So it's just it's a mechanical adapter more or less, where we bring the OSM signals to SMARC, so we can enter all the current SMARC projects. The features are mainly the same we have today at the OSM. So there are no new features available at our SMARC products based on either MX8 and Plus, but it's a good point for people who are still afraid of soldering SOMs. They can use the benefits of OSM, of our Kontron OS, and maybe it's a good start for them to see how everything works with SMARC, and then they go the next step to the OSM with the next design. So it's good. Raspberry Pi, we call it industry community, and we do the industrialization of good ideas. And that's the end of my presentation. Let's be Kontron, together with our partner of Swissnice, not only with OSM, we can help your engineers, we can help you with your time to market, with space and security issues. Of course, we are here to help you with pricing, with allocation topics, with quality, and I'm really happy to have such great local partners as we have Telerex here. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me talking here to you. And if you want to reach out to me, you see my contact details. You know your Telerex colleagues and contact persons. And I can see new question coming up. In the beginning, you mentioned you can provide reference schematics. In what format can you provide these schematics? And do you provide schematic symbols and footprint for the common design? So, I would like to have. Hello, Yves.
Yes, Martin, you were saying you would like to have.
Yes, I would like to have a better answer or more.
One question in the Q&A, I'm just going to read. It's from Johan. It's asked a minute ago. In the beginning, you have mentioned that you can provide reference schematics. The question is, in what format can you provide these schematics? And whether, when you provide these schematics, is it symbols and footprints for the common design software? So it's actually two questions.
I have one good. The answer is we have our schematics we have available as PDF, and unfortunately cannot provide you any symbols, footprints, or for anything for common software, because we use Pulsonics, which is not a very popular CAD system. We are not using Altium, and in addition, I learned from my colleagues that every design company uses its own layer design and everything. So even if we create those symbols, and it will not help you too much. I would like to offer at least something. Today I don't have anything, but I'm working hard to provide something. But today we just have reference design schematics available as PDF.
Okay. Good, Martin. Thank you very much for your very interesting presentation. I see that there are no more questions coming online. So to save some time for everyone, and let's be very practical and pragmatic, Voor de Nederlandstaligen, de presentatie gaat u worden toegestuurd online. Dus de opname van deze presentatie live is ook opgenomen. Hè. Ja, ik zeg 2 keer hetzelfde, mijn excuses. Die gaat gedeeld worden via e-mail. Pour nos collègues francophones, tout ce qui a été dit live et ce qui a été montré dans la présentation par Martin Schiller va vous être communiqué aussi via e-mail. Aussi vos collègues, s'ils ne pouvaient pas atteindre, on va aussi, vous leur envoyer la presentatie. Dus voor de collega's van jullie die ook niet konden deelnemen vandaag in de namiddag, u kan perfect ook deze webinar delen met uw collega's. Ik zie dat er een nieuwe vraag is toegekomen. There is a new... it's not a question. It's Lex who is saying thank you very much. Okay, fine. Okay, Martin. Thank you very much, and then maybe looking forward to see you next year again. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.